tracked the surge from the mobs of people illegally crossing in to the stash houses and huts raided. A boost of boots on the ground, a rise in resources, from assaults on agents to the transfer of illegals because there just isn't enough space to hold them. Tonight,
the basic mission is to make the border safer for everybody.
A candid conversation.
When will the viewer know when things are calming down, when things are getting better?
The Valley's Border Patrol chief explains the reality of the border.
One more line right here.
Is this the first time you all have been in this situation with the busing and the planes and the added support coming in from California and Arizona?
Yeah, this busy, yeah.
Kevin Oakes is facing an uphill battle. The sector chief for the Rio Grande Valley took office
April 6th, going on 30 years in the Border Patrol.
Nothing like it is now, probably?
It's completely, there was 2,800 people when I came in, and it's 21,370. I came in during the Reagan administration. That's how old I am.
His experience is much needed right now. Valley Border Patrol agents are wrangling a mass exodus of people from Central America.
How would you describe the influx of illegals right now? How busy is it?
In RGV, there's always been a lot of, other than Mexican nationals crossing because it's the closest place to Central and South America, right? It's the most direct route of travel. They're telling their family, to come up and join them because, you can get through, and a lot of the family units are being released for humanitarian reasons.
Channel 5 News was there on the riverbank when this family from Central America floated to the U.S. They help make up the majority of illegals crossing, OTMs, people who are other than Mexicans.
That's what's so problematic about this thing is a lot of these are first-time entrants that just keep coming and coming.
Holding cells in the valley are maxed out, to the point some were released at valley bus stations. Allowed to travel across the U.S., told to report to an immigration officer at a later date. These releases weren't enough. Buses of illegals were shipped to other points along the border. Del Rio and Laredo are helping ease the spatial strain. Still not enough. Earlier this month, we were there as illegals boarded planes bound to El Paso and Tucson. Agents there processing the people Valley agents can't get to fast enough.
Do you think that word has gotten out that this is the place to cross?
Absolutely, it's that. When people say things publicly, it has an impact, and the current policy is that if some people are deemed, not a threat or hazard to society, and some of them are amenable to release, and they have been releasing some.
I mean, is this helping at all, or you think more resources are going to have to be brought in?
We're going to need more resources. We've brought in 500 agents over the last year. We probably have about another 200 or 300 coming this year.
More manpower coming soon. Just months after Congress limited the Border Patrol's budget.
Yeah, just wait for them there.
In the last year, we've reported on cuts to fuel purchases and limited overtime for agents.
Yeah, it's hard work, and it gets really frustrating. Politics, there's all kinds of influential factors, but at the end of the day, it's the esprit de corps of the Border Patrol agent. It's our legacy, it's our doctrine, it's how we think and feel about our country and community that keeps driving these guys every day, despite the odds.
Right now, the odds are against them.
Amongst all the tired people that are leaving their countries for a better way of life, then you have the cartels involved. You have people shooting at them. You have people fighting with them. And so in one instance, you're saving a baby's life, and then, just a few seconds later, you're dealing with somebody that's out to do you harm.
Have you all had to adjust the way you react to make sure that everyone across the board is safe?
In terms of tactics and what we're doing, the agents are working a lot smarter. We're putting out two-man patrols. We're utilizing less lethal equipment, and we have the capability of disabling vehicles before they get up and start running fast. Because that's what really keeps us up at night and worries us, is these failure to yields. Because you just hate to see people get injured, and
because it could take a whole community.
Oh God, yeah, God forbid, yeah.
When will the viewer know when things are calming down, when things are getting better?
I don't know. I mean, this whole border is, I don't think it's ever going to be, perfect. we're going to get to a level of security that everybody's going to be comfortable with, and we hope that's, you know, soon.
There's no way he can forecast the future.
But the human factor behind this is tragic, because all these guys and gals that work out there all have families. I mean, when you see all these children, it just kills you. It's just it's terrible. And I mean, it's almost a humanitarian disaster.
Tonight, the reality is people will continue to cross. Criminals, men, women, families, and children who oftentimes make the journey alone.
It's the reality of the border.
Tonight, we're joining you from the Rio Grande with a look back at everything that's happened along the river. According to Border Patrol agents, back in the late 1980s, the valley first was hit with a major wave of OTMs. Then at some point in the 1990s, Border Patrol agents apprehended 250,000 illegal immigrants in 1 year alone. And according to Chief Oakes, this recent rash of illegal crossings picked up in 2011 and has yet to let up. I'm Melissa Correa, Channel 5 News at 10, Mission.
And so far this fiscal year, 142,000 illegals have been apprehended, and agents still have about 4 more months until this fiscal year ends. That equals the populations of Pharr, San Juan Alamo, and Donna combined.